Okay, in this tutorial in Vision Pro software, I'm going to create or partially create this sign here. It's probably medium difficulty, medium to hard difficulty to prepare a sign like this. As you can see, the routing in this particular case, you want all the black part routed out in your sign. So there's a lot of steps and there's multiple ways to do it, I'm sure. I'm just kind of winging it here. So I got a 12-inch by 12-inch sign blank here. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the box here on the inner box in the sign. It's going to consist of two boxes. So the easy way to start off is to draw a 12-inch square box. You can go to the layout window up here and click plate frame. So that draw quickly throws down a 12-inch square box. I'm going to hold my shift key and grab this lower handle. I'm going to bring it in. Now I'm going to go back up and I'm going to go to layout plate frame again, create a second box. I'm going to do the same thing, hold the shift key on the lower handle, bring it in. I'm going to grab the top handle. I'm going to drag it down. This is all rough measurements here. Now, with these two boxes in place, I'm going to select both of them. I'm going to hit Arrange and Make Path up here. So now, just as a test to show you, by hitting Arrange and Making Path, if I went over here to fill it, and I hit OK here, notice it fills how I want it to fill. So that's good. I'll hit Control Z to undo. Next, I'm going to grab Caution here. I already have the text set up. And I'm going to bring that down here. I could hit Alt-K if I want to be more accurate and go up here and center it left and right, make sure it's centered left and right. I'm not going to bother centering top to bottom there. Just going to go by eye. So over here, now what we have to do here is we have to, well, let's size it a little bit. I'll hold the shift key here and drag it in a little bit. Maybe a little more. Because it's a paragraph, I'm going to hit Arrange and Break Path. And then I'm going to go back in and hit Arrange and Make Path. Might not make sense, but it should do what I want it to do. So if I do a test now, select everything, fill. It didn't work. I'll hit Control Z. So now what I want to do is select everything again and hit Arrange, Make Path. Now we'll do it again. And now it did what I wanted it to do. Okay, so it didn't fill in Caution. I'll hit Control Z. So now I want to put some triangles in here. So I can go over here, click this tool here, make sure I have a 3 set up here for triangle. Hold my Control key down, draw a triangle. I'll bring this over here, size it up. Move it around. I'll hit Control D to make a duplicate triangle, which I just duplicated on itself. And hold the Control key and drag that over here. Again, I'm just eyeballing stuff here. If I was going to be really accurate, I would take more time in this. Okay, so now let's do a test. Select everything here, arrange, make path. See what happens if we fill it. And it worked. Okay, finally, we're going to want to put an exclamation point in there, right? Size it up. Hold the shift key in the bottom, drag it in. Now I can kind of, well, I'll just eyeball this one too. There's ways to do it for a higher accuracy, but to center that. But right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Control D, duplicate it on itself. Hold the control key, drag it over here. So now I want to fill those. I'll hold this one and I'll shift click this one. See what happens if I fill it with that particular cutter. That's not going to work. So we'll drop that cutter down to a 015. And I am going to actually, let's see, I think we're okay so far. I'm going to take crawl zone. I'll go to Alt K and center it in the middle of the plate. And then Control key, drag it down a little bit. Well, actually, I'll leave it right there. I'm not going to bother putting the rest of the text at the bottom for this test, for this example. Okay, so now all we should have to do is select this box. We should be able to go to Fill, select our 045 cutter, and hit OK. So that's good. Then we can go over here, go to Fill again, hit OK. And that's it. A lot of steps, but I got the job done.